What's up, everyone? And I'm back with another video. And it took me like 4 days just to. It took me like 7 days to make another video, and I'm pretty sorry about that because I was wanting to do the one on the third, but I forgotten about it again. But I can't keep forgetting about stuff. I can't keep forgetting about it and stuff like that. So tomorrow I'm going to upload another video again, and we're going to upload another video. And I'm going to do it around 12 or 10 o'clock in the morning somewhere. But that video is going to be like the video that I went past the casino near the riverfront. That's going to be that, and I'm going to do another video tomorrow. But I don't know what that is yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. So, anyways, uh, did I'm going to talk about my 11th grade year at high school. And there was a lot of stuff went down in the 11th grade year. And the best part of the year was probably like going to another program in on the west side of St. Louis. But it had nothing to do with the school though. It was just on a group. But I'll get to that somewhat later. Well, it starts off August of 2016. It starts off early in August or something like that, August 8th, August 9th. Uh, when I woke up, I, the morning stuff was terrible. It was awful. I had an awful day waking up. I had an awful morning. Then I got to high school, everyone was celebrating them being back and all of that. The kids were coming into the school, and I sat down, and I sat down at this table. I don't know where I was with at the time. Oh wait, now I know. I was probably with some ninth graders or something, and all of that. Uh, and then after that, they dismissed the bell, and we went to our new classes. I had some class. I had some class or something like that. Like I don't know what class it was. I just went to the classroom. I don't remember it too well. You know, and my day was awful. I didn't want to come back. I just wanted to go to like Normandy somewhere or Normandy High School somewhere or possibly Clayton or up, which is uptown St. Louis. Uh, you know, and I've been like, and and I've been searching that at the time. I was searching that at the time. So, anyways, my first day, it was awful and all of that. I went home and all, and then a couple of days they were awful and all that. And I sat down with the student council kids. They asked at the lunch and stuff like that and all of that, and they were just talking about their stuff and all their drama and all of that. Um, uh, and but I should have left them. I should have left them though. But they didn't care about me at all. They really didn't care about me. They just treated me like shit all the time. They treated me like a kid all the time, which I'm not. And and then after that, I had like history class, which was one of my new classes I just remember about. Uh, and it's not history class; it was government class and all of that. And they were talking about government, all the governments and all of that stuff like that. And and that class was awful. That class was pretty awful. Then after that, and then a couple days later, probably somewhere on August 16th or the 15th, I had someone. Uh, I got into this group somehow, but it has nothing related to high school at all. It's just this group that was in in Saint West St. Louis, which is West County. That's basically what it is. And we went there, and we drive in there and all of that. We went to this Hilton hotel, and we went there, and there was all kind of kids there and all of that. All of these, there was like all of these like kids over there and all of that. But most of them didn't go to, but most of these kids just go to another schools and all that in that area, because this was over near. This was like the west of Uptown, the west of Uptown, and it's near this place called Town and Country and all of that. And and uh, and we did this event there to get to know each other and all of that. And we played stuff and all of that. We were holding this whatever this is, and we were like swinging it and all of that. And then after that, it it ended. And and I was thinking, this place, this group may be going well and all of that, because I felt like I belong in that group more than the actual being at the actual high school itself. Um, then after that, after that day, I waited for the nerve rest side to come. As this time, school was just going pretty awful and all of that. People betrayed me left and right and stuff. And and at some point, I met some new friends. They're all in 12th grade. There was like this one kid and this other kid. I met these like four other kids, or three, four other new kids, and they're all in 12th grade. I'm not going to say their names at all. I'm never going to say their names on here, like I do most of the time. I don't say these people's names or something like that. Excuse me. So so we were like we were like and I had like a class. I had a class with them as well. I had like two classes with them. One was, now I remember, is science class, and this other class that was upstairs near the in the hallway, and probably like in the 12th grade hallway or something like that, possibly somewhere in the 12th grade hallway. I don't know, but it's somewhere around there. And I went into their class and all that. We were on computers for the most part, that was kind of a relief, I guess, kind of. And then like a month passed. And it was time to go back to the program, and the prep and the Fred and the program is called the Fred Side Leadership Program, and and it's about like bringing kids together from all kinds of schools across St. Louis. Most of these kids live in West County. Most of the kids live out there, and I live like in North County. I live almost near the city, so I was the only one in that group that lived almost near the city. And the group is about being a leader and all that, and not a follower. And anyways, this Fred Side event came, and it was this car wash event. So we went. It was hot. It was burning up, and I have on like short shirts, like short sleeve shirts and short pants. And we went there, and and my mom dropped me off, and we went like the cars were coming, and all of that, and we had to wash the cars. We washed this other car. The other kids came. We washed this motorcycle, and and base and basically then after that, me and my other two friends, we went up the hill to to greet people in the car wash. So we said car wash. We start chanting car wash over and over again, and I was like waving like a shirt, like doing this and car wash and all of that, and the people just kept driving by. But some people did came into the car wash though. Some people did came in the car wash, and I had a really good time doing it. I really had a good time doing it, and just thinking about it now, I really missed that. I really missed that, to be honest. And what else happened is that we walked back down, and the teacher who's responsible, the teachers that were responsible for the group, they took the pictures for us. And after that, and I think we hang there all day. It was like an all day event. It happened on a Saturday or a Sunday or something. Uh, and that was it. And I had to wait for another month for like another place, because next is the St. Louis County Jail. That's the next place to go, and I'll get to that pretty soon. And what happens is that what happens is uh, that school is going on. It was pretty awful and all of that. And think is October 12th comes, or the 13th. Oh, it was October 13th. Like it looks like we had to like wait almost 2 weeks. I didn't realize that at first. Probably only a few of them was almost 2 weeks, but most of them were like every month. The, the St. Louis County Jail came, and on that day, I was with like Fred's Eye Leadership Program, and at the time, I went to I went to I went to I actually what happened was we went to my, my mother drove me to pass uptown and to like West County, and she dropped me off, and she went to she went to work, and as I was there, we were like going on a bus to get ready to go there, and we went on a bus. Every kid went on a bus and all that, and we drove to St. Louis County Jail. And I remember doing a video, and I uploaded a video on my channel like almost 6 years ago, going to St. Louis County Jail, and that video received lots of views. It was 114 views or 130 views and stuff like that. And then we arrived there, and the St. Louis County Jail was right in Uptown, and And uptown, this place where all the buildings were at, and there was shopping malls over there, a lot of shopping malls over there, and the gallerias over there as well. And we went there. We got to the building. Actually, we went to the. But first, we before we went to St. College jail, we went to this executive building where the judges were at, and we were supposed to meet this governor on that day, but he had to go to a funeral, so we wouldn't. So we couldn't meet the governor, and so uh, we went to that judge's building and all of that, and they talked to us and about stuff that they won in St. Louis, so we add ours. We add ours. So for me, I put like the Metrolink expansion, the Metrolink expansion, because I was really looking it up at the time and all of that to expand the Metrolink to other areas because we only have two lines in St. Louis, but but elsewhere there's like 4 or 8 lines or something, and all of that they have more lines in the city than we have here. And this other kid put something at Chinatown or something like that, and I forgot the other kids were at, and it and this kid was a Chinese kid, and he spoke like sign language, but he could actually talk though. And and what else is after that? We walked out and we went to like some get some lunches or something. We probably got lunches, so we walked the whole uptown. We walked like across uptown and to this building, and but I couldn't eat their food, so I had to go on the other side of uptown to get some food with this teacher. And I was walking all that, crossing like street, crossing the streets and all that, and I remember looking at some building, and I found someone that looked like Shia LaBeouf from Transformers. I saw someone that looked just like him from Transformers and Eagle Eye. So he looked just like him. I see him. He was like in this beer shop or something, and I didn't see him no more. And I walked away. Um, uh, and then after that, I got my food, I guess, and we headed on the other side of uptown where the other group is. And then we ate. After that, we went straight into St. Louis County Jail. And as we got there, they told us to leave our electronics in these places. We can't bring any electronics in there and stuff like that. And as I went to the jail, uh, as I went into the jail, we went to my friend. I guess he was feeling uncomfortable. One of my friends, he was feeling very uncomfortable being in the jail. Very uncomfortable. Felt like he didn't want to be there. And then after that, uh, then after that, we went inside the jail, and 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 we saw these like, and we went into this. We saw all the. We went into the jail. We saw all the inmates on the other side of the cell. They were all looking at us and stuff like that. Then after that, then after that, They went to they went actually that we went to another part of the jail, and there was this part of the jail that the inmates that's like on the ground like sweeping and like helping out the people. Then after that, we went to the maximum security prison part, and I was prepared for that because I seen a lot of Beyond Scare Straight videos at the time. Because I looked at Beyond Scare Straight in the past constantly. I watched them every day. So we went up there, and there was people like screaming. Actually, before we went up there, we went to this abandoned part of this St. Louis County Jail, and it was just this room, this huge room, and it was a basketball court, and we went inside the cells to feel like what the inmates had to feel inside those cells. It was dark, and there's black in there. There was cockroaches everywhere, stuff like that. And then after that, what happened is we went to the maximum security prison. And everyone was screaming and all of that. You know, I heard a lot of screams and all of that. And my friend, he was feeling very. When I looked at him, he looked very uncomfortable. He was very uncomfortable to be inside of there. And he even says it in the interview with the Fred on the Fred side on in the Fred side video that we did and stuff like that. And then what happened next was what happened next. I heard and I looked over to my right or my left. I looked over my left and I looked down this hall and everyone was and the cops were saying we got a murder, we got a murder, and they were running to the cell and all of that. And I'll never forget that. I looked on the TV. They were looking at Supernatural, the Supernatural series, and then and we saw all the inmates in the maximum security prison. Then after that, we left. Then we left. We got our stuff, and we headed back up to the bus. And we went back to the Fresh Eye Leadership Program site. After that, it was Halloween, and Halloween that year and Halloween on Halloween day, we had a bonfire. But it was not like the ninth grade bonfire at all. Right? There was only a few people came. It was not like ninth grade year because ninth grade year was the biggest bonfire because everyone from ninth grade and 12th grade, 11th grade, and 10th grade was there at the bonfire. A lot of people was there, and they were all punching each other, and they were just play fighting for the most part, and running all over the parking lot. But none of that didn't happen that year at all. And and none of that didn't happen at all. People just standing there and talking. That's it. And I remember I got pushed, and that was by this girl, and that was it. November came. In November came. I was in the gym at the time. I had a new class. It was the gym again, and I like to be in the gym because I can just like be on my phone. I can just be on my phone for the most part and stuff like that. And I met this girl. I'm not gonna say her name, but she was like a 10th grader or something, and all of that. She was a 10th grader, and 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 she was talking to this kid. And everyone was on the bleachers, you know, and I and she was like talking, and I got her to talk to me and all of that stuff like that. And then after that, then after that, we started hanging out on the bleachers, on the other side of the bleachers in our live videos and stuff like that. And and then November, the time in November is pretty awful at the school. Until I went to Fred's size again, but this time we stayed at the place. We stayed there at the place, and we didn't go nowhere, which was fine. But at the time, it was like an okay experience. But now it's totally different. That was a very good time. I'd rather stay there at being at the site than the actual school. We we walked around the whole site and stuff like that, and I walked around the whole site, the whole building, looking at people and all of that, and they're all working office and stuff like that. And and I remember like using the bathroom, getting water, and then after that, uh, we ate there. Then after that, this guy came in. I think this guy came in or something. Uh, I think it was some guy. It was just some guy in a wheelchair. He came in and he talked to us about stuff and all of that. And then we started talking about like having meetings about different areas in St. Louis or different stuff like the Blue Angels, Jets in Florida, other which are the other some other places. The nuclear waste site that was like way that was like northwest of St. Louis. It was over near the airport somewhere, which was burning under which is this underground mine been burning for like ever since like but at the time it was probably burning for like 45 years or something. But they never could put the fire out because in order to do that they have to like get into the mine or something. Uh, and I forgot the other stuff. I just forgot the other stuff. But I only remember those two. Then after that, uh, we left. All the kids left, and I left, and we went back home, or back to the school, or I just went back to the school or something. Oh wait, I didn't go back to the school. I just went back. I just went back home on that day. Then, like a month passed from that, and my life was just going pretty bad. It was just going pretty bad and stuff. Oh, in October we saw this movie called Breaking Pajamas, and, and all of that. We saw this movie, and I never heard of it. I was thinking that was Friday 4. It looked like Friday 4 because the Ice Cube was in it, and hood, all the other hood characters from Friday was in the movie. Then after that, there was this art. I think I'll get to that soon. Hopefully I remember it. Uh, then after that, then then after that, in this in December, I think we went somewhere, but I don't know where. I don't know where we went. I'm gonna have to look on my uh Google Photos or something. Like what place we went to. Not Google Docs. I pressed the wrong button. Uh, Google Photos. I think I remember now where we went to. I really think I remember now where we went to. Dang. Oh, we went to that place at the West County Mall. Now I remember. We went to the we went to this place over near the mall in West County, and we went over there to eat, hang over there, and and I ate my own food. Then after that, when I went to the bathroom, there was someone in the. I had to use. There was someone at this other stall that I really need to use it. I couldn't like pee in the pee like pee like pull my hands down. I mean, pull my pants down a little bit and pee, or my whole butt would be showing or something like that. I just can't do that. So I had to pee like in a stall or something. So uh, so I just try to say, if someone, I knocked on the door, said someone in there, no one responded. So I did something very dumb. I jumped up. I jumped up and the guy said, "Don't come in here." And I felt embarrassed, and I felt very embarrassed. And I'm just glad no one didn't see that. And I'm very lucky that was not like an actual hood person. I'm so lucky. Or they would just beat my ass. They would really beat me because they don't like that. Uh, and then I told him when he came out of the bathroom, don't tell anyone that happened. Don't tell anyone. He just kept it a secret, stuff like that. Then we returned to the table and all that, and we ate our food. Everyone ate their food. Then we left, and we went back to this red site that was in town and country, and we stayed there, talked, and we left. Then Christmas came around. Uh, I went to Alabama. I went to Mobile, Alabama. I'm doing the hiccups again, so I'll be right back. Well, I'm back now. I'm back. Anyways, anyways, uh, where I start? Oh, where I left off. To Christmas. For Christmas, we went to Alabama and we stayed there for a week. We came back and we celebrated New Year's. Then after that, a couple of days in few days in January, I went back to school. And I didn't want to go back. I didn't want to go back. I just want to stay out. I didn't want to deal with it no more. Then a week later in January, I went back to Fred's Side Leadership Program, and we went to the Holocaust Museum that I never knew existed in St. Louis. It was right on the west side, and we went there and we like look at the pictures of the dead people who died during World War II and stuff like that. They like the other kids couldn't look at it. They take a peek and they just couldn't look at no more. So I took a peek and I like scroll through the images and stuff like that. I pick my eye, scroll through the images of the people who would die during World War II in the most brutal ways possible. I could handle though more than the other kids could. So we looked at the other places in the Holocaust Museum and we left. And I didn't take pictures or anything like that, like I did at the other places that I was at. So we went back to this Fresh Eye site, and we left and went back home, and we went back to the school. Then after that, what else happened is like throughout January at the school was terrible. It was pretty awful. But after this though, which I was excited for since November, to going to Jefferson City because I know that was going to be the best trip of all the uh, trips that we had with Fred Side Leadership Program. And it was on February 14th or February, I think it was on February 8th or February 3rd. I just had to wait 3 weeks. And during those 3 weeks when I was waiting, I remember doing this live video at class. I was in music class at the time. And also during January, I just remember now, uh, I didn't remember this before during the video. I met a new friend, and his name was, I'll just say his name here for this guy. His name was Carlos. I met him because he wanted to sit by me. I let him sit by me. Then shortly after that, we became friends and stuff like that. We constantly hang by each other every time in music class, and he was like a good brother like friend. He's because he was into like Transformers and Alien Predator, and I was into Transformers Predator and Alien. And at the time, I haven't seen Predators in like years. I haven't seen it in years. Last time I saw Predators was like 2000, was like 2014 and 2010. Oh wait, it was 2010 since I saw Predator because I remember the 2014, like the other Predator movies I saw in 2014 at the time. And at this point, uh, it was January 2017. That's what the year of it was. And we just talked and all of that. We hanged out with each other. We hanged by each other and stuff like that. And Then after that, then after those 3 weeks, I went back to the Fred Side leadership program. And with this trip, which I was excited for, was the Jefferson City trip. And we left around 6, and I almost wasn't be able to go. We got there at the last second before they left off. And then after that, we went to Jefferson City, and I was way in the back of the bus, and this other guy was way in the back of the bus. He fell asleep, and I stayed woke, and I remember doing like a video. Actually, I was going into a video, but I waited. Oh wait, I did a video. No, I didn't, because I did the video later on in the day after the sun rose. But at nighttime, we went past Chesterfield, and Chesterfield's way west of St. Louis. This is outside of St. Louis, and I never go out in Chesterfield because the last time I passed when I went out in Chesterfield when we passed there was while in second grade in 2007. That's the last time I've been out there, and it was about literally like almost 10 years at the time since I've been out there. Then after that, then it's going on 42 minutes. Dang, this is a long story here. Uh, I hope y'all can watch the rest of this story. I'm sorry it's taking so long, but there's so much to have in 11th grade year. That's why it's so long. And then after that, we passed the bridge, we crossed the river, we crossed the Missouri River, and we went to past Lake St. Louis, which is a place I'd never been to before. I just only see it from like Google Maps. I only see it from Google Maps and like some pictures on the news, but I never actually been there itself. And it was nice out there. Then after that, we passed Wentzville, and we stopped on the side of the road before we went somewhere at this place. I don't know. It's somewhere out in Wentzville. I tried looking it up like last year or like many months ago, but I just couldn't find the place anymore. And then after that, we headed on the highway, Interstate 70, and we were on the road for a long time, possibly an hour. We were on interstate possibly an hour or something. Then we like turned off of the highway and went onto this country road to Jefferson City, and so we turned and I remember seeing these mountains, but too bad I couldn't take a picture of them. I should have took a picture of them when I had a chance, but it was too late. It was way too late. I wasn't thinking about it at the time. Now I regret it now. But it was a beautiful scenery. It was a very beautiful scenery. Um, uh, and after that, we like saw Jefferson City across the Missouri River, and I started recording because I knew I wouldn't be able to. And wanted to do another video that day, but I forgot. But when, but I left, but it left my mind. So I able to do one video, and it's on my YouTube channel. I uploaded it like 5 years ago, so you can literally see it. Then after that, we got off, uh, and we got off and we got at the capital. Jefferson City is the capital of Missouri. Missouri, just to let you all know. And we got off and we went into the Capitol building. And and as we were at the Capitol, we were supposed to uh, meet our Democrats of like the different parts of the city, different parts of St. Louis. There. So mine was this was this girl was this Democrat was this girl Democrat, but I'm not going to say her name. But now I get and now and also just to let you know, and that girl she passed away recently. She passed away like 2 months ago when she was at this party and she died. She died like after like drinking something, but the investigators are not sure what she died from. And she was young. She looked like she was in her like late 20s. She just really looked like she was in her late 20s or something. I took a picture, and I left, and I met up with the other group, and we went on our journey. Then after that, we were walking and stuff like that. I was with my friend. Then we went up to look at this window for like a second. Then we turned around. All the group and the teachers they were gone. So uh, I was kind of flipping out, but the other kids are like wondering like where they went to. So we had to stay together and group group when we had to stay together and like find them. So we uh we uh we went on the elevators down to the Capitol's basement to find them, but we didn't find them there. So we had to go up and in the elevator and like go to the dome that we were at. And matter of fact, before we went missing, we went to like the up to the dome and looked down all the way to like this observation stuff at the Capitol. And we went there and after that uh we couldn't find them, so we were like searching for 30 minutes to find them, but we couldn't see them anywhere. But this lady came up to us, and she knew that we were lost, so like we told her, huh? Okay. And then after that, we followed her, and we went to we went downstairs in the basement, and we went like the corner of the hall, the corner of this hall, and we found them in this room, and they were wondering where we been, and we told them we got lost. We got lost somewhere, and and we got lost, and we were trying to look for them. And then after that, we went to other places. Actually, before all of this happened, we went to other places in the museum, and before we went missing. So after this, we walked out of the Capitol, and and we went back on a bus. And I'll never forget that experience. So we told to ourselves, we vowed not to tell our parents anything about what happened. And then after that, we went back on. As we were going back to bus, we crossed the Missouri River, and we went back to St. Louis. As we got back to St. Louis, uh, they dropped us off at the Fred Side Leadership Program place, and we went we went back to our schools. We went back to our schools, and but I'll never forget that experience at Jefferson City. I still think about it to this day. And I think I did like a Jefferson City video on here like many months ago, talking about Jefferson City and my experiences and stuff like that. And the story is in that video. I forgot I uploaded it to my channel, but you can see it though. And then after that, during February, me and Carl was just hanging out with each other with the other kids, and I met this other ninth graders. There was these two girls and stuff like that. There was just these two girls, and then after, but I will get with the two girls soon because they did some with us at the end of the year, and then after that, and we were watching, and at the music class, which was like one of the second best classes I had in 11th grade. We watched movies. We watched like all kind of movies. We watched mostly horror movies. That's what we mostly watched, and I had a good time looking at them. We saw the House of Wax. We saw the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the 2006 one, and not the 2003 one. And we saw other horror movies. I actually saw VHS too, but they had to cut it off. I chose the movie they had to cut off because they just think it was Pornhub or something. But they, but I should have chose the VHS two instead of the first one. To be honest, you know, and then after that, the other stuff at school, and there was some incidents at the school. Like in November, there was some incidents at some stuff that happened in the school with the kids, and in the classroom with me. Like there was this girl who told me like I can look at her. Then after a couple of days, she said, "Why you keep looking? You told me to look at you. What the fuck are you on?" And but I shouldn't have planned that anyway. I shouldn't have did that anyway. I should have not looked at her at all. Because if it was me today, I wouldn't have did that because I wouldn't trust her at all. Then after that, uh, some incident happened like there was some incidents with the kids and I got in trouble for it. Then after that, on March 2nd, it was time for me to go to Fred Side Leadership again. Fred Side Leadership. This is going on an hour now. It's almost going on an hour. And this is the first time it ever went on an hour. Uh, And also forgot to mention in November we saw Shawshank Redemption, and it was about this guy who went to he was like innocent. He went to jail, and he got out of jail, and they caught the guy who really didn't. He went to jail. That was what that was about. And then after that, then after that, anyways, in March we went. There was like lot of place. There was three places we were going to go to that day, and we went. I My mother drove me past Clayton, west the west of Clayton again, and went to the Freside Leadership Program site. And we got there, and they announced there was three places we're going to do that day. There was one at Clayton. There was this place at downtown, a place at Midtown, and a place at Clayton, which is uptown. And we went to down straight to downtown. And I remember like taking pictures and stuff like that. You know, then after that, then after that, we went to after we went to this place, we went to like this place in Midtown, which was the PBS station at Midtown, and we were at this new building, and there was two TV screens or three or like one TV screen. It was two or one TV screen there, and I remember looking at the TV screen, taking pictures and stuff like that on my phone, and then after that, I never realized this video was gonna be so long. It's almost an hour I've been doing this video. I never knew I'll be doing this long. Movie or something. And then what? As we went there, we went to this, which is public, this PBS station place. We inside of it, and it was a public school as well. We went inside the building. And we had like a meeting with this guy there and stuff like that, and we saw the areas of the place. Then we left there, and we went straight to Clayton. We went uptown St. Louis, and we're in this tall, high-rise building. And and so we walked Clayton to this building, and I remember taking pictures on my phone. And too bad I can't show them because I don't know how to do that yet. Because I want you to see those pics. I really do. I want you to see those pics so bad. And then after that, then after that, we went to this building, and there was this guy. The reason we went to this building because there was this guy who created the Freside Leadership Program Foundation in the first place. He went there. He was born in the 50s or something. And he was like a baseball player for St. Louis, and he helped a lot of kids around St. Louis at the time. Uh, into his room. Went into his room up in the high rise, and we were like looking down at the street, and my friend flipped out because he's afraid of heights and stuff like that. And I was telling him it's not that far down. It's not like the arts. It's nothing like the arts at all because this building's only like 20, 22. like 25 stories or 23 stories. The arch is like 63 floors. So the arch is pretty high. Not this building. So we're and my friend, my other friend was talking about what if it will fall, and he flipped out even more. He didn't want to talk about it and stuff like that. Um, and then what happened after that? We like we took a picture and we went back down. We back, and we as we were going back downstairs, and he saw an open view of the building, and he flipped out again. And not that high. It's not that high at all. Okay, I was. It's not that high at all. It's not like the orange. I just keep thinking that. Then we got down and we went back on the bus, and we just keep telling him like it's not like the arts and stuff like that, but he still flipped out on the bus and stuff like that. And and it, and I was thinking, at least you're not on that because you would fainted if you were on that. Then after that trip, we went back to the school. Then after that, during the month of during the month of March at the school, uh, dur- and during like March, uh, I remember like but I'll talk about that in my movies of the future in the video because I'm doing Dark Knight, Justice League. I mean, not Dark Knight and the Avengers movies, and I possibly will do Logan. Just talk about it. And and during the whole month of the school was pretty terrible, but but at least I had a friend with me. At least I had a good brother like friend with me and stuff like that, and like some other friends. But the rest of the school was shit. Uh, and then after that, I was in this girl's live videos and stuff. And she was twerking and all of that, and I was like looking at the comments and the live video. Then after that, April came, and during the month of, and early during April, early April, uh, a lot of some stuff happened that month. Like first, I remember during this picture, like this girl, my this girl posted like a picture of me and her and stuff like that, and there was comments received on the video. Some, most were pretty good, but some were pretty bad. And they say don't take pictures of me. They said I'm a special needs, which I was not. So I was pretty pissed off. I was pretty pissed off. And she was my friend since first grade, and she was in the 12th grade. Like, how can you do that to me like that? How you can compare me to a special needs and I'm not a special needs at all? Like, she betrayed me. Like, how can you do that to me? Like, that's totally not right. That's totally not right. And there was no way I'm going to talk to her either. I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to go near her. And then after that, and they because most of these people, like some of these people, betrayed me because I'm a special needs and stuff like that. And all I know, they're pretty arrogant. All all they care about is their own pride and popularity. That's it. And it was always like that. It's always like that at Jennings. It's always been like that. If you're a special needs at Jennings, like you're going to be teased a lot. You're going to be you're going to be like teased a lot by the popular kids because they don't care about the special needs kids at all. They treat them like shit all the time. And uh, then after that, then after that, uh, I used to sit. I was usually sitting with the student council that day every time I eat. Then after that, I sat at the table where student council usually sit at, but they were just sitting somewhere else, and that was a sign there. They didn't want. There was a sign there. They didn't want me with them anymore. That was a sign. Actually, not that. There was a sign there that I had to get away from them because they didn't care about me at all no more. And I should have got away from it in ninth grade. It took me until 11th, right there then in 11th grade in April of 2017 to get away from them. And I didn't want to be around them no more. So I started sitting with other kids at the lunch table because they didn't give a fuck about me. So I didn't give a fuck about them because they didn't want me around. I didn't want to be around them anymore, and they didn't want to be around me anymore. And like then after that, like somewhat, then after that, I went on a trip to botanical gardens uh, with the Fresh Side Leadership Group. And once I get the Fresh Side ship, Leadership Group, I'm I'm not mad anymore. I'm not pretty mad anymore. I'm relaxed. I'm relieved. And we went to the botanical gardens, and at the time, I hadn't been there in 5 years. At the time, because last time I went was like summer of 2012 with the summer camp. And then after that, and after that, and we went to all around the place and all that. They even recorded us in the video, and there was like these two dudes like holding hands, and they were skipping. They were literally skipping together, and they almost crashed into me, and they almost crashed into me, but they still and they kept skipping and stuff like that. And we went inside the dome. We took pictures. I took pictures. There was waterfall in there. And I remember doing a video on my Nintendo 3DS and stuff like that. It's still on my Nintendo 3DS. I'm never going to delete that video because I know something like that's never going to happen again. Not with a group like that. Uh, uh, then after that, and we took pictures together with with the we took pictures there with the group, and we took pictures again outside the dome. And after that, we went back to this. I went back to the site, and then after that, I went back to school. And once I'm pretty much out of the Red Side Leadership Program, I'm pretty mad again. And like, and after this event, there was no more field trips. The next the next stuff that happened is the graduation for the Red Side Leadership Program only. It has nothing to do with the high school yet. Actually, it has nothing to do with the high school at all, because I will be graduate because I was going to graduate in class of 2018, which was like a year away at the time. It was the only graduation for the Red Side Leadership Program, and as weeks went on, I was just with I was like in like the music class. We were still looking at movies and stuff like that, and time was pretty much doing awful after school. And then after that, uh, May came, and May 3rd was the last day with the group, and we were like at this hospital in Chesterfield, which is I said in the earlier in the video is way west of St. Louis. And and we I went there, and it was like in the evening, and all the kids were there. We were like talking to each other, and we were talking about how we're going to miss each other and stuff like that, because I was really going to miss them, because I felt like because that group and me felt like a family together. It felt like I belonged there, and not a person that I don't belong there. So we went into the theater. We went to the theater, and uh, we saw and we went into the theater, and we saw what we did that during 2016 and 2017 school year. I mean 2016 and 2017, from August 2016 to like May 2017. All the stuff we did and the good times we had. And I remember getting a DVD from them and stuff like that. And there were like stuff that we did in the interviews and stuff like that. And I remember doing my interview for the Red Side Leadership Group and stuff like that. And and then we finally told our parents that we got lost on uh, that day, lost in Red Side Leadership. I mean, at Jefferson City. We just told our parents. And then after that, so we were trying. So what we were doing was we were trying to get our Facebook. So I got some people of their Facebooks, and we friend requested them. And I remember like being going on top of this like these stairs, and I remember doing this video how I'm going to miss the Red Side Leadership Program, and the video is on my channel. I uploaded that video as well. I did that like 5 years ago. How I was going to miss, how I was going to miss the Red Side Leadership Program and the good times I had with them. And then after that, we headed off from Chesterfield, And most of those kids live out in Chesterfield. They don't live that far from the hospital. They don't live that far at all. So they live out there in like West Town and Country and Chesterfield and stuff like that. And I went back almost near the city, and I like went back and I went back to the house and started the next day at school. During the final days at school, they were not pretty good. Like the the kids, the freshmen that were at the that in the music class, they started to mess with us. In the music class, they started to throw pencils at us behind the teacher's back and stuff like that. And they and me and Carlos, we were like in the back of the classroom. They were throwing like pencils at us and all kind of stuff at us. And the teacher was not noticing it. She was like facing forward and she was not looking back at all. And the freshman kids did anything they wanted. The two freshmen did. And and we became not friends with them no more. They literally betrayed us. Then end of the school came. All I cared was leaving and not coming back to the school. And my 12th grade friends, they graduated and they went on to college. And when I was thinking about Six Flags, how I'm going to join, I'm just going to join, how I'm going to go to it next year. Because I've been waiting for Six Flags and stuff like that. And then after that, I just wanted next year to go by so I can just grad. I just want that year to go by so I can graduate. That's all I cared about. So that's it. It's an hour and 17 minutes. I never knew this was going to be a long video. I was thinking it would be a 42-minute video or a 50-minute video, but it's the first time this video is 1 hour and 18 minutes. I never did that ever on this channel, and I'll probably never ever do it again because the next video is probably going to be, which is going to be the 12th grade story of me at the high school. It's going to be 20 minutes or 30 minutes long, but it's not going to be long as this video at all. So like and subscribe to the channel. Usually I post every 3-4 days and sometimes a week. And subscribe to my channel. But tomorrow I'm going to upload. I'm going to do something very unusual. I'm going to upload 2 videos tomorrow. One is going to be like the video I did recently 2 months ago. I'm uploaded on here, and I'm going to do another video in the afternoon. I mean, in the 10 o'clock in the morning. I mean, 10 o'clock in the morning and 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So goodbye.